The whole planet is going through an energetic shift right now and an awakening. But so many people do not understand what this awakening actually means. On an energetic level, we are receiving transmissions, upgrades to our consciousness. The collective right now is changing as we know it. And so many people lack the practices, but most importantly, so many people lack the awareness to know what they need to stabilize themselves inside of this awakening, because you can have the energetic transmissions, you can have the downloads, the realizations about life, and nothing can change. You can stay the same. And so many people are in this state because they simply lack the spiritual practices to stabilize themselves. So I want to share with you a few different spiritual ascension symptoms and why this is so important, because everyone is going through these on some level. We are receiving upgrades, and it's important to be aware of the different symptoms and also prepare yourself, because if you can retain this knowledge and information, not only will you become your highest self and shift into the highest frequency timeline possible, but what you focus on will come into reality. Anything that you choose as the creator of your life, you will create. And that's why I made this video. So number one, the sign that you're spiritually ascending is your standards are going to raise. Okay, you're going to realize that certain people who lie, people who are not respectful, people who are not loyal, right? And this means loyal not just to others, but to themselves. Because at the deepest level of self-love, there is self-respect, self-loyalty, self-honesty. And if those people in your life are not showing you that, and you have that awareness to see that, then it's time that you make a sacrifice. A sacrifice is opening up the space in your heart for something new. It's letting go of the old to open up the space for something new in your life, to create something beautiful. You always must let go of something. That is the law of detachment. If you can detach from something in your life, something new will come. We get so easily confused, attached, and the Buddha himself said that attachment is the root of all suffering and pain. Because if you just detach and you surrender to the flow of life while keeping an intention, magic happens. Magic happens. But pay attention to the people in your life and the signals that you get, because everyone is in a certain energetic state, and you have to ask yourself, are the people around me truly in my highest interest? Are the people around me supporting my visions where I want to go? If not, I need to focus on building better circles and better people around me. Number two, you will need less sleep. Okay, number two, if you wake up every single morning and you feel tired, like you want to get back in bed, like you scroll, whatever, you don't feel joy jumping out of bed, then you are in the material realm more than the spiritual realm, and that's okay. But you have to understand that we are energy in our purest form. So if you can shift from sleeping to doing to acting to creating, but more importantly meditating, right? As your energy becomes more potent and powerful, you will need less sleep, because sleep is recharging your prana, your chi, which is your life force energy. And the more life force energy you have that's outside of the physical body, you will no longer need as much sleep. This is talked about in Hindu scriptures as well. When you develop psychic abilities, when you develop more spiritual power, yogis in the mountains, monks, they sleep 4 to 5 hours, because as you develop spiritually, you will need less physically. You're becoming more force, more light, less physical material. Number three, you're going to start to see visions in your life. You're going to start to remember what you are. But most importantly, when you're with people, you're going to start to have visions of what could be with these people around you, right? And sometimes you'll have visions, I'll have visions of like people. When I meet them, I'll see things about their family. I'll see things just from one look at someone. Sometimes I'll see and feel energies that I don't want to feel. And this is from becoming energetically sensitive, because when you ascend and you awaken this higher awareness inside of you, sometimes it can feel like too much, but it's an energetic sensitivity that allows you to see everyone around you at a higher level. And sometimes you take on some of that energy, and it's really important as you awaken and ascend that you take care of yourself, meditate. That's why I started the video with meditation, because meditation is the practice that really lets you refresh, restructure, right, and ground yourself in your spirit, away from other people's energy, and reconnecting with that inner voice, your inner spirit, because the breath is the link to the spirit. It's the binding force to your non-physical self. That's why the word spirit means breath. So, number 3, you will feel a need to experience everything that calls you and less of what doesn't call you. And what I mean by this is, the more you awaken, you're going to remember why you are here as a spirit, as a being, okay? And part of this is realizing that you're not just a human, right? You are an actual light being that came into this reality. And realizing this is so important, because it's a sense of responsibility that will channel in through your body, and you realize that there's certain things you're just not supposed to do, like playing video games, like watching movies, TV shows, spending too much time wasted. When you're in a spiritual video game, you're here with lessons, missions, with intentions, desires that came from the spiritual realm, and you're meant to create and manifest those spiritual desires. So pay close attention to that feeling of responsibility on a multi-dimensional scale of many lives that you've lived, because that's extremely important. Number 4, you're going to feel more creation moving through you, and you're not going to want to consume as much. As you become more awakened, attuned to the frequency of the universe, you're not going to want to sit and eat food all the time. In fact, you're going to want to find every excuse to create. One thing I notice is the more I raise my vibration, the more I want to just create, the less I want to eat. This is because, again, we're not here as creatures to just consume. We are here as multidimensional beings, here to create, pull from source, and bring life into reality, bring ideas, visions into reality. Animals eat, animals can have sex, but you are not just an animal, you are a divine being. Not that animals aren't divine, but you have a special force of creation that moves through you that is extremely important. So remember to create more than you consume, because even creating more than you consume intentionally will shift you into a higher frequency as well. Number 5, you won't want to spend a lot of time indoors. You will want to be outside in nature. You want to be connected more to nature and be in the frequency and presence of trees, plants, life, right? You won't want to be inside of a box. The more that I raise my awareness, the more I want to be outside with my feet on the earth, feeling nature, right? Connecting to these frequencies, these higher beings, which trees are higher beings, plants are higher beings, animals are higher beings. These are all different higher dimensional beings that we can connect with. And when you realize this, you realize that everything that we've been taught about trees, about reality, is not really as it seems. In fact, we can communicate with trees, we can communicate with plants, and there's this subtle layer of energy that so many people are not tapped into. So many people think it's crazy. If you go meditate with a tree right now, you will experience different thoughts than if you meditate inside of your house. And Nietzsche, philosophers, yogis know this. They know that we are not just physical beings, right? We are connected to everything around us. Our environment is connected to us. We are in tune with the universe as it is in tune with us. We are one with all as all is one with us. So go outside, connect with nature. That is number 5, and that is 5 signs and spiritually signs that you're ascending, raising your vibration. Drop a subscribe for more videos like this. Hope you have a beautiful day and life, or lives.